Hi, I'm Deb Thomas, Chief Librarian of the Nelson Municipal Library, and we're back with our show after a very busy summer of moving into our beautiful new library. Hope you've been down to see it. Today we're going to talk about books that will help you in renovating and repairing and getting ideas for an older house. We'll start out with one called New Living Spaces. Now this can be actually for an older house or a not so old house. It's by the editors of Time Life Books. If your house is starting to feel like something you've outgrown, perhaps it's time to investigate this book. It shows you with clear and simple illustrations, characteristic of Time Life how-to books, how to make rooms larger, smaller, or just more like you. You can add windows or doors, convert garages, porches, or attics, and so on. Throughout, the book includes instructions for all the needed skills, from building stud walls to laying tile to installing doors and windows. The text, like the illustrations, is clear and easy to understand, even for the complete novice like me. Making new living spaces is a great way to make an older house your own. This book is called The Older House, and it's another Time Life book, and it focuses on how to live comfortably in a heritage home. It begins with an emergency guide to safety problems that may occur during home repair or renovations. It goes on to talk about the particular repair issues of an older home: repairing stucco, brick, or clapboard exterior walls, refinishing hardwood floors, removing and rehanging doors, repairing old skylights and leaded glass windows, patching holes in plaster walls, regrouting ceramic tiles, maintaining steam radiators, and much more. The emphasis is on maintaining the character of the older house, making it sound without ruining its heritage feel and appearance. With Nelson's many heritage homes, this is a well-used book in our library. The next book is called The Canadian Old House Catalog, and it's by John Hearn. Beginning with a very handy old house checklist with which to assess a potential purchase, Hearn goes on to describe the heritage movement in Canada, and then in the body of the book to give sources for architects, hardware, furniture, windows, fireplaces, wood stoves, wall coverings, tin ceilings, and more. He also gives addresses for the heritage societies in each province. As the book is 12 years old, some of these are no doubt not accurate any longer. Some of the sources may also be incorrect now. Nevertheless, one is struck by the range of available materials for renovating old houses. With persistence, I have no doubt that the necessary information could be found with the plethora of sources in this book. The next book is called Canadian Heritage Preservation. It's a newer book. It's by Eric P. Jonkanen, and he looks at larger buildings as well as houses. It is less for the amateur, like most of us, than for the serious restorer of heritage buildings and houses. There's information on the effects of climate and insects on older wooden buildings, temporary supports during construction, repair of wooden beams, restoring log homes, and so on. Examples of restorations throughout Canada, including Vancouver's Carnegie Library, and a few in the US. There is a lot of information in this book, less accessible than in the Time Life books, but valuable nonetheless to those willing to spend a little extra time extracting it. Especially valuable are the specific references to the Canadian environment and its effects on older buildings. It's all black and white photos, and there's some interesting photos in there. This last book, it's called Exterior Details, an inspirational and practical guide to transforming the outside of your home, and it's by Yocasta Innes. This is a beautiful book, full of color photographs of exterior details from all over the world. Innes's details range from awnings to stairways to trellises, fences, roofs, windows, doors, and covered walkways. Her examples range from a 13th century castle to an ultra-modern concrete apartment building with many wonderful homes in between. On the whole, it feels considerably more inspirational than practical, though nonetheless valuable for that. The text suggests how the effects in the photos can be realized, but there are no diagrams or illustrations besides the photos to help you accomplish the work. But inspiration can work its own magic. Well, that's it for today. I will remind you to come down and have a look at our wonderful new library. The next program that's coming up there is Don Gayton and Stan Rowe, two of Canadian's newer nature writers, and they'll be there on Thursday, October 22nd, 7:30 in the evening. If you'd like to hear them read, feel free to come. And we'll see you next month. Bye for now.